On this week's episode, I propose to a random object and then pretend that it declined. I give my brother a silly letter about himself and then scream a random word in his face. I tell you about my hobbies and more. My name is PTrippy. People say I'm funny, weird, and sometimes a little insane. But that's me for ya. This is Ask PTrippy. What up, guys? So I'm going to start off this week's episode with 4 questions from the Charizard Warrior. First, he wants to know, do I know who PewDiePie is? And if so, what are my thoughts on him? Well, I do know who PewDiePie is, but I just never really watched any of his videos, so I really can't answer what are my thoughts on him. Anyway, he also wants to know, do I know who Smosh is? And if so, what are my thoughts on them? Okay, I do know who Smosh is, and I watch a lot of their videos. Not recent ones, but I've watched a lot of their past ones. And I have to say, they are awesome, they're goofy, they're funny, and I love their videos. They're like a perfect duo. And overall, as I said, they're awesome. Alright, so his third question is, am I religious? And if so, what religion do I believe in? I am religious, and the religion that I believe in is Christianity. And lastly, he wants to know, do I have any hobbies? And if so, what are they? Well, I do have hobbies. The first one's obvious. It's making YouTube videos on YouTube. The other ones are baking, cooking, and I don't know if this is a hobby, but I'm going to consider it a hobby because I get really deep into this hobby. It's health. I'm very health-wise, health-conscious, whatever you want to call it. I know a lot of shit about health, a lot of health facts that a lot of people don't know. And they're like, what? And so, basically, I'd have to say being healthy is a hobby of mine. I try really hard to be healthy. So, I know it's maybe it's not a hobby, but you know what? I'm just going to consider one. Alright, Molly Durden wants me to write a letter about my brother, put silly words into it, give it to my brother, film his reaction, and then yell cheeseburger in his face. So that's what I did. Check it out.
Dear Joe, you are one kooky mammography dude. Your body figure is very diphthongy and voluptuous. Whenever I see you, I go raffle waffle. Do you remember the time when we smiled at a cat with a bow tie, listening to the pitter-patter sounds of donkeys waving pink flags all over town? I do. If you don't remember that, well, for pineapple's sake, I will slap you with a waffle iron because I'm banana-filled. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you're one fragile, glitter-wielding, wonderful guy that'll never go near in a dark alley. Peace, love, and disabled.
Cheeseburger! The hardest part about that was writing that letter, but I pulled it off and I had a lot of fun. Alright, Molly Durden wants me to propose to a random object and then pretend that they declined. So, that's what I did. Here's what I came up with. Chair, we've been going out for about 5 months now, and I love you so much. I want to know, will you marry me? No? Okay, well, I'll see you around, I guess. Bye. As odd as it sounds, that's actually not the first chair I proposed to. I proposed to another chair that I fell deeply in love with a year and a half ago, and that one didn't go as smoothly as the one you just saw. Take a look. Chair, we've been going out for 8 months now, and I love you a lot. And I want to know, will you marry me? Oh, we've been going out for what, 8 months? And now, just now, you finally tell me that you don't like me? That's sick. You're one sick bitch. You know that? I hope you die. I kinda regret saying I hope you die because a month later, I picked up the newspaper, which I don't normally do. It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't understand it to this day. But I picked up the newspaper and I read an article about a chair that crossed a 4-way intersection and it was hit by a semi and died. Turns out it was the chair that I proposed to, so karma's a bitch. Alright, Molly Durden, I know in last week's episode, I said on this week's episode, I would do the Harlem Shake with my mom and my brother. Sadly, I can't do it this week either. I will do it next week. Basically, when I made the promise, which I should never have made, I forgot that my grandparents were having a rummage. Basically, it's a rummage where all our family members just throw stuff in the rummage and try to make some money off of it. So basically, we've been busy all week, including my mom and my brother, just trying to get items around this house because we have a ton of stuff around here. So it's a great chance to get rid of some of this stuff, obviously. So we've been trying to get that stuff, price it, yada yada yada. So I just really have never had time to make the Harlem Shake happen. So I promise, I will do it on next week's episode because we'll have more time, okay? So, that's all I have to say. Alright, So with that, that's all I have for this week's episode. So please leave me your random, silly, general questions in the comments below, and I will answer them in next week's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button down below. Also down below is a subscribe button. Click it now. I upload awesome content like this every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So subscribe now to avoid missing out. And don't forget, you can find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you can circle me on Google+. Alright, I'm PTrippy. Thanks for all the wonderful questions. I love you guys, and as always, thanks for watching.